In the ancient land of Albion, life moved to the steady rhythm of rolling hills and sparkling rivers. This was the home of St. George, a knight defined by his kindness and his majestic white horse, Silver. This peace was shattered by an emerald-scaled dragon. It was a creature of immense power, capable of scorching the earth with a single breath. The people of Silvershire were paralyzed. They tried to buy their safety with offerings of sheep, but the dragon's shadow remained over the village, and their hope began to wither. St. George refused to let the village fall to despair. He stepped forward with his voice ringing with courage, vowing to face the beast and ensure the safety of every citizen. He gathered his traditional tools, a sword shimmering like stars, and a heavy dragon-embossed shield, a symbol of his intended courage. George approached the dragon's lair, a dark mountain cave that seemed to swallow the light. His heart hammered against his ribs, but his resolve held firm for the sake of Silvershire. The dragon emerged, its eyes glowing like embers in the dark. It unleashed a roar that shook the very ground, demanding to know who had the audacity to enter its domain. All of fire erupted, but George moved with precision, catching the flames on his shield. He didn't hesitate. Stepping into the heat, George swung his sword against the dragon's thick scales, meeting the creature's aggression with his own. As the dragon reared back for another attack, its roar suddenly wavered, trailing off into a low, mournful sound. George watched as the beast's eyes shifted from rage to a heavy, ancient sadness, and its massive shoulders slumped as if the weight of the fight had become too much to bear. In a move that defied the logic of the battlefield, George lowered his sword. He stood exposed before the beast and asked a simple question. What was causing it so much pain? The dragon spoke, its voice thick with regret. It revealed a curse that had turned its search for friendship into a source of terror, leaving it trapped in total isolation. George didn't pick his sword back up. Instead, he shared stories of laughter and the warmth of the village, offering the dragon the one thing it had been denied: companionship. Now allies, the knight and the dragon traveled to the heart of the enchanted forest. They sought the counsel of a wise fairy who held the power to see past the scales. The fairy observed them with a smile. She confirmed that kindness and friendship are the only true antidotes to the darkness of a curse. She waved her wand, and magic dust rained down. The air shimmered, and the dragon's form dissolved, leaving behind a prince finally freed. The prince thanked George, acknowledging that it was the knight's refusal to fight that had actually saved him. When they returned to Silvershire, the villagers' fear turned to celebration. They welcomed both the knight and the prince, proving that a community can heal as quickly as a person. St. George realized that his greatest victory wasn't won with his sword, but through the patient effort to understand his adversary. The most enduring form of courage is found in the quiet strength of kindness and the willingness to seek friendship in the most unlikely places.